Hello friends and welcome to Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. And today we have arrived to day 19 of our Slow Flow Yoga series. And we have done all kinds of different poses and themes and different body parts serious yoga for. And today we are going to take on to build a plank, and perhaps we might even build a handstand or a half a handstand, and we'll see where it takes us. I am trying my very best to keep these videos here on YouTube to 30 minutes or less, but I don't always succeed. So let's take a seat and see where it takes us today. We have some planks for the side body, planks for the front body, and we also have a nice gentle flow mixed into all of that. So take a comfortable seat and we'll join our voices in one Om to start our practice. Palms together in front of our heart. And gently taking a comfortable inhale. And exhale, release the hands. And let's make it all the way down onto our backs, please. And from here, we will take our knees into the chest and set the foundation for our femurs and our hips and release into the lower back. Checking in with our spine, just hugging the knees in, and then we'll take a few loops around, 3 loops around onto our sacral plate, and just kind of tracing the side of the sacrum and checking in to see that it's nice and smooth. And if we needed to adjust anything, maybe it will happen when we do these little circles. Let's take it to 3 loops the other way around. Breaking up any adhesions, any buildup, any crunches, maybe that we need to just make sure that we untie. And then from here, bring the knees into the chest and extend the arms and the legs opposite directions. Bring your legs together and bring your bicep towards your ears. Hook your thumbs and scoop the belly in and give yourself a nice, big, long, full supine body stretch. And then gently come all the way back down. Knees into the chest again. Right knee comes in and the left leg comes forward, knee to chest, hugging it all the way in and really getting some good traction and stretch in towards femur, in towards adductors, in towards hamstring region, and then also a full extension onto the left side of the hip. And stretch your right leg up to the sky, hands around hamstrings, interlace them, and then we push the hands down and check and see if we can get our femur to ground and root down and find a nice even seat for the lower back, sacrum, hip, lower back. And then pull the belly button in and walk your hands up towards your ankle, elbows to the side. Spread your toes, active legs, active muscles on the legs. One more breath and exhale, release. Bring your knee into the chest and switch sides. Take your left knee into the chest, right leg forward, and hugging your left knee in. Getting some good traction onto your left femur, adductors, hamstrings, hip socket, and the right side front of our hip and hip flexors, lower belly, and then stretch your left leg up to the sky, extend out through the knee, interlace your hands, and push the belly of the hamstring down, and we will feel a nice kind of even out feeling into the hips. Lower back might lift, and we inhale and exhale right here. One more breath, and then walking our hands up towards our ankle, elbows to the side. Pull the belly button in, extend the right leg, scoop from pubic bone to belly button to sternum, elbows out, And chin in, one more breath, and exhale, taking it all the way back down. Bring your left knee in and your right knee in. And from here, hands around the knees, and we're gonna roll all the way up and make your way into ragdoll with your feet hip widths apart, outer hip widths apart. Give yourself a nice big wide stance with your feet. Second toe forward, sacrum higher than the lower back, bending into the knees. Elbows and hands are holding on to each other. And then we get a nice full back body stretch. Hug the inner edges of the feet together. Activate the legs. And relax the upper body. Lengthen the side body. And a few more breaths right here. And release the hands and come into downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And pedal around in your heels. Check in ankles, toes, knees, calves. Lift your upper arm bones. And then from here, we're going to come down onto our knees. And coming onto the side of our mat. If you needed to have some help with your feet on the mat for traction, if not, you can be on the narrow side as well. Take your left leg out to the side and arms to the side. And then from here, we're going to take the right arm down and the left arm up and over and sweep in that left arm all the way over towards the side. Side supported plank. Lift the gaze underneath the upper arm bone. Tuck the back toes, scoop the belly, and gently make your way all the way back up, arms to the side, and we'll switch to the second side. Take the knee down and the right leg out, and then left hand down to the side, and sweep the right arm up and over. Side body, crescent, side of the hip, gaze underneath the arm, side body equally long. Full side body stretch from the pinky toe all the way up towards the fingers. One more breath here. And slowly bring yourself all the way back up, arms to the side, and take yourself back down, arms to the sky, interlace. Take your index finger to sky, squeeze the arms around the ears, and come up and over. Kneeling crescent. Another breath here. Getting into our side body, ripple effect, open up into the whole spine and up to the standing. And second side, squeeze the arms around the ears. Side body, lifting the left side body and stretching the right, hugging the muscles. One more breath and then gently come all the way back up and arms to the side, and again left leg out to the side, and this time right arm back down and left arm up and over. Scoop the belly button in, and from here maybe we lift the right arm all the way out and check our side plank, side body, front of the spine, holding on. One more breath, and then right arm down and a full stretch all the way over. And come back up to the center and switch sides. Right arm, right leg out, arms are out, and then left hand down to the side. And sweep the right arm up and over the ear, scoop the belly, engage your abdominals, your core, come up on your fingertips, and maybe lifting that bottom arm up for side unsupported plank, half version. Inhale and exhale, and gently come all the way back down and stretch all the way over. I don't think there is a full version of unsupported plank, so don't try to go there. We'll stay with a knee down. One more breath, and then make your way all the way back up and knees down to the mat. Arms up, one more side to side. Scoop the belly button in, tailbone down, and lifting up and over. And taking it up and over. You should feel a little bit more open into the side body. Release the hands to the side and take your hands to the mat. We'll make our way to downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pedal your right heel and your left heel. We're going to come over to plank and take the knees down and chest and chin down for Ashtangasana. And then inhale to Cobra, pull shoulders back, lift top of the head. Exhale, release, come all the way back down and push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Come back to tabletop and make your way back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step one foot between the hands and come to feet wide apart. Tuck your toes slightly in. Elongate out through the top of the head and exhale, release, hinge and fold. And again, inhale, nice big wave on the spine. Extend out through the top of the head and exhale. Stretch into the back of the legs. One more nice big spinal wave as we also get to extend into the back of the legs. Long spine, exhale, hinge and fold. And from there, take your arms straight and have your wrists and your shoulders stacked above and below each other. And we're going to retract and protract our upper arm bones, or like shoulder, upper arm bone push up, and loosening up into the upper back. And we'll do one more. So we get to pull the upper arm bones in and then push the upper arm bones out and create space in the upper back. We'll do one more. Upper arm bones in, and then we'll push the upper arm bones out and create space in the upper back and come to neutral spine. Come to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And making your way over to your plank and bringing your knees and chest and chin down. Just a little gateway to get through. And then inhale into Cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. And exhale, come back down, push back, child's pose. Big toes together and knees apart. And make your way back up to tabletop and to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sweep your right leg up to the horizon. Come up high on your left toe. Hug your right inner thigh towards the midline. Spread your toes. Pull the belly button in and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your adductors. Step your right foot between the hands. Come to pyramid pose. Bring your left foot slightly in. Long spine. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward or use your blocks for hands. Straightening into our legs. Four corners of our feet are down. Top of the head is heavy. Pull the belly button in. It's like an abdominal curl. We are expanding the back body, hugging the front side, pressing four corners of the feet down and lifting up at the same time. And place your hands. Step back to your downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, bring your left leg up to the horizon, hug your inner edge of your thigh in from your knee to your inner thigh, press your palms down, pull the belly button in, and then step your left foot between the hands, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Press the feet down, inhale, long spine, and exhale, taking your top of the head towards the top of the foot. Pull the belly button in and exhale and hinge and fold and hinge and fold and inhale and exhale. One more breath here, really hugging the muscles in and expanding the back body. And then exhale, release, step it back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones. Make your way over to your plank, knees, chest and chin down, elbows into the side, and inhale to Cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. And exhale, come back to child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. And make your way back up, tabletop, downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to walk our way over to the hands. Take a walk to our hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Strong legs, strong core. And bend your knees. Come all the way down to a seat. And we're gonna roll all the way down onto our backs and take our knees into the chest, making a little segue into Navasana boat pose to engage our core. Take our hands underneath the knees and then push the legs forward and feel the core engaging. And then from here, maybe even lifting your shoulder blades off of the mat and maybe taking your arms over towards the feet. Hands are pointing the same direction as our feet, and we're pulling ourselves up and we're engaging in towards the belly. And maybe we'll extend for low Navasana, half Navasana with our lower back on the mat, extending the arms. One more breath here, and then exhale, bringing it all the way back down. And then we'll take our roll up to a seat. And from here, we'll do the same thing and see how it feels to take our hands underneath the knees. Maybe we'll stay seated. Maybe we lift the legs up, tabletop, and we're sitting on that 6 o'clock spot on our tip of the tailbone, comfortable, perfect Navasana seat. So we squeeze the belly all the way in, hands underneath the knees or arms to the front. And we sip from pubic bone to belly button to sternum. And maybe we'll sweep the legs up to the sky and reach the arms forward and pull from knees through quads, staying engaged in the muscles. And then exhale, bring your hands back underneath, cross at your ankles, and step back to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then from here, we're going to make our way down onto the knees. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. From here, we have our second finger forward, tuck the toes under, pull the belly button all the way in, and we are hopefully feeling some good reception into abdominals, holding to the front of the spine and squeezing the organs, squeezing all of the muscles. And here is one plank that I like because it really helps me find my core when I have my knees down. Sometimes when I lift my knees off, if I'm not fully plugged in or engaged, I lose my lower back. So I'm not sure how it goes for you. Let's hope it goes really well and that you either stay here with your knees on the mat, or maybe you tuck the toes and extend the legs and lift the knees off. And here we are in a kind of a little bit more detailed plank in a slow flow yoga version. And we're going to tip the knees back down. And then we're going to bring them back up. And we're going to tip them back down. We're going to find the side of the waist. We're going to find the front of the spine. We're going to find the lower belly. And we're going to tip the knees down and bring them back up. Strong arms, strong core, finding our danda, the staff in the very front of the spine, where we hug everything into so we can extend back out. And we'll do 2 more right here, tipping the knees down, or maybe you're staying down, holding your knees down and building your plank that way. And then from here, plank pose, take down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones, step your right foot between the hands, take your left leg up to the horizon and bend into your knee, squeeze the midline, pull the belly button all the way in. Hands are staying down today. We're keeping our hands down. We have a warrior 3 going on with our legs. We're building strength with hands down and pulling belly button in. And then we're stepping back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then left foot between the hands and taking our right leg up to 90 degrees, bending into the standing leg, pulling the belly button in, pressing the palms down, extending and rooting and grounding and lifting all at the same time, pulling the belly button all the way in. We do our best to keep our lifted quad down and hamstring up. And exhale, step it all the way back into downward facing dog. From down dog, come over to plank pose. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Either you lower your knees down or you hug your elbows in and lower down to chaturanga, or all the way to the belly. Come into your up dog or cobra and exhale. Bring it back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spreading the fingers, heels down, lift the upper arm bones, and walk your feet over towards the hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Hug the midline. Hands to hips, elbows to sky, root your feet, and come to standing and release the hands. And from here, let's take your mat to a wall and we'll do a half walked up down dog, half handstand, and maybe we'll kick up into a handstand. So turn your mat around and I'll see you there. Okay, here we are at the wall. Please don't be by a door. Do not pull your mat up to a door unless, of course, maybe the door opens inward. So it cannot open on you. From here, let's come to all fours, please. Tuck the toes in towards the floor and your heels are up at the wall and we are in tabletop. So we have our knees and our hips stacked and we have shoulders and wrists stacked. And then we get to do our big full cat arch, pull the belly button in, and we get to stay right here and expand the back body, squeeze lower abs, middle abs, and then make your way up into a down dog onto your tippy toes and with your feet onto your wall. And from here, bring your right leg up in for a leg stretch. So we'll come up into Ekapada, Prasarita Padottanasana with one leg up at the wall, the left knee is bent. And then we'll switch to the second side and left foot up at the wall, as far up as it can go for this one, bending the right knee and stretching the left leg, pull the belly button in. And then from there, we'll come back onto down dog and bring our knees back down and take a seat. And then from there, we're going to take our legs up 90 degrees. So we just took them up as far as up we could. We're not going to do that again. Now we're taking the leg down so it lifts up into hip level. Come back to tabletop, shoulders and wrists are stacked. Pull the belly button in. I like to really make sure I'm connected in the front side. Pull the upper arm bones in, and then from there, come to down dog with your high heels on, toes down, heels up on the wall. From here, bend your knees, step your right or left foot up 90 degrees on the wall so it's aligned with your hips. Vacuum suck the belly button, and then take your left leg up onto the wall. So here we are in a L-shaped stand, elevated plank, or half handstand, or lifted down dog. You choose. You have suction cups on the four corners of the feet. You have the same feeling as your Navasana, your boat pose, pulling lower belly in, the gaze is down. Extend the inner thighs up to the sky, straighten your arms, lock your elbows, engage the front side, and exhale, stepping it back down, and take a seat. And from here, we're going to come into tabletop again and take your downward facing dog, and then we'll step one foot to meet each other and then take your feet down onto the mat. So now we are in Prasarita Padottanasana again, checking our four corners of the feet, checking to hold our midline, and checking to see that our lower back, lower belly feels good. And we'll come back again with hands and shoulders stacked. And then from there, if that feels good, we'll take the heel of the hands and aligning it with our heels. And then we pull the belly button in and take the top of the head towards the mat and get some more feedback into the back of our legs and more feedback into hugging into the front side. Hugging front side of the belly. Inhale and exhale. Pull the inner edges of the feet towards the midline. Engage all the muscles of the legs, of the lower back, and the middle back. One more breath. Hug the front side and then extend the arms and come back to the center. Now we're going to take our hands either for our L shape again, or we'll take the hands towards the wall
or a very secure door if you're doing doors, which is good. Just make sure that the door opens towards you and not away from you. If not, you don't have permission to kick up. So from here, second finger forward, shoulders and wrists over our shoulders and wrists are stacked. So that's our plank work right there. Let's go back, down dog, please. Nice and long, down dog, and then we'll come over, shoulders and wrists, plank. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Pubic bone, belly button, sternum is connected. And then we'll step one foot in, shoulders and wrists are stacked. And then from there, we'll kick our way up into our handstand if it's available today. Feet together, press the palms, inhale and exhale, heels on the wall. Give yourself a few breaths right here. And hug biceps and triceps, lock your elbows, make your way back down. And then we'll come back down, take a seat onto the knees and shake our hands out. And then we'll do it and kick up the second side. You might be holding half your plank, your full plank, your wall plank with feet halfway up, or you might attempt a kick up from your plank and see how it goes. Again, here we go. Hands a little bit away from the wall, downward facing dog. Come to your plank, claw your fingertips, shoulders and wrists are stacked from pubic bone to belly button to sternum. Engage that space, just like our Navasana we did earlier. Step your right foot forward, your non-dominant leg to kick up, and then from there, shoulders and wrists are stacked, and then we'll take our left leg and kick it up. And we use the front side of the body to help us to coil up. Feet together, shoulders and wrists are stacked, gaze is down, and we are having a good time working from plank to handstand. And then we'll come back down with the right leg first again, and then come back down and take you down dog and come all the way down onto your knees. And let's shake our hands out and bring the palms together and make little figure eights, infinity sign, and then the other way around. And then from there, we'll meet back onto our mat the way we had it when we started our practice. So let's make those arrangements. And from here, let's come on to tabletop and turn our palms towards us, or turn the fingers towards the knees, and take a wrist stretch for releasing into flexors, extensors, and fingers that are gripping and holding, and from either plank or handstand. So it's a nice thing to just kind of make sure that we have a little tiny core work before we get into our plank and before we get into our handstand practice. This was a very short version of how it could proceed in a nice slow motion, easy going kind of way, and short as well. So I hope you had fun with it, and maybe you're practicing half plank, full plank. It's always like a super intense way to go and find that front side, and from pubic bone to belly button to sternum, and going to find that so our lower backs are happy in plank pose. And when they're happy in plank pose, then we can start kicking up, and when we found that core, to kick up into our handstand. One more breath here. And then slowly take our hands forward. One more downward facing dog. Second finger forward. Press the heels down. Lift the upper arm bones. Walk your feet over to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold top of the head towards the mat, and slowly make your way back down and come all the way down onto your back, either flat down or rolling down with me, vertebrae by vertebrae. Checking and seeing that our lower back, middle back feels nice and adjusted and elongated and stretched out by the time we make our way all the way down. And feet on each side of the mat, arms to the side, windshield wiper your right knee to the center and left knee to the center, and the right knee and the left knee. And we'll do one more each side.
Right knee down and left knee down. And then knees to center, bringing the knees into the chest, sacrum down, lower back down, arms inside the legs, hands outside the feet for happy baby pose. Releasing the midline that held us really for the whole practice today. Arms inside the legs, hands outside the feet. Press your head, shoulder blades, sacrum, back of the neck is free and clear. And one more breath, and then we'll take our knees together at the chest and hands underneath the knees. We'll roll our way up and take 3 rolls before we find our way back down onto Shavasana. And squeezing glutes, belly, legs, massaging and releasing lower, middle, upper back. And then from here, we're going to come and take a seat and extend the legs forward, arms to the front, and we'll roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And it's like we get to kind of buffer in to our plank new muscles that we just engaged. Sweep your legs forward and then scoop your tailbone, and then we roll down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae and see if we can find that lower middle back to roll as well. And then arms over the head and hugging your thumbs, extending your right and your left side, side to side. And then we make our way all the way down to Shavasana with palms facing up, toes extending out to the side. Everything is passive. Press your head, adjust your shoulder blades underneath you. And there should be a new connection, pubic bone, belly button, sternum, maybe a new awareness to hug into the front side of the spine. And we'll stay here as long as we'd like to let muscles relax and rejuvenate, to let the poses we just explored fall into its right place in our body and make some memories. And when you are ready, we'll meet for a comfortable seat and our closing Om. Thank you so much for joining me for this number 19 of our Slow Flow Yoga and our plank into handstand practice. And I hope that you join me tomorrow for day 20, when we are going to bring out our straps and our blocks and do seated and supine practice for the entire session tomorrow to close up our day 20 of this series. And I hope to see you then. And until then, let's close our practice with the 1 Om today. Let's take a comfortable inhale. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you again. And I'll see you in the next session. Namaste from me and Badger. Good boy. That's a good boy doing the Om. Good boy doing the Om.